All right, folks, God bless you guys, and welcome to This Is It Before the Fire. Christ's purpose was to make one new man from the two, thus making peace. This banner really should be inverted. The red should be down here. I'm going to invert it tomorrow. I'm going to have them see if they can change those colors for me, because I don't want there to be any confusion. Anyway, but a friend of mine did it, so it's not like getting something, produced where you paid for it. So anyway. All right, so ready, guys? You ready? You ready to see what's going on? You ready for the veil of reality to just totally come down? You want me to absolutely prove to you you're living in a false reality? I'll prove it right now. Ready? Okay, I want you to read what's right here on the screen first for me real quick. Say that out loud. What does it say? We have prepared. We have prepared. Now remember, I keep showing you they are 2x. The entity, the energy, the cumulative sum of our enemy represents themselves, and yet they even call themselves, we are XX. Now watch, just pay attention. What does that say? We have prepared. We have prepared. Now we strike. Who is we? Who is we? We have prepared. Now we strike. Okay. I'm going to show you that in its entirety in a minute, but I want to show you some things in order. Ready? Let me show you what came out in New York today. Ready? Let me just show you a little thing with New York. New York City Emergency Management. By the way, they've set up shop where they're forcing children to get COVID vaccines, little children. Anyway, I won't get off on a tangent. I'll get pissed off. Anyway, here we go. New York City Emergency Management. Ready?
They do not want you to hear this.
Oh my God.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do? There are 3 important steps that I want you to remember. Step 1, get inside fast. You, your friends, your family, get inside. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows. Step 2, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body. Step 3, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for Notify NYC for official alerts and updates. And don't go outside until officials say it's safe. All right, you've got this.
Okay. Let me show you this real quick. In 2007, before Barack Obama became the president, the Lord had me prophesy some words. He told me to go public with them. I did. It starts like this. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, the hand of the oppressor has been lifted against you, and out of the sea shall come fire and smoke and a devouring wind. Water as high as the walls of Jerusalem will cover the city by the sea. I'll stop right there. There is more to it, but for our purposes, we'll stay there. Let me show you what ended up happening in 2014. The bill came out, the new $100 bill came out, and a $10 bill came out. The $100 bill has a devouring wind destroying all the buildings that's hidden as an image on U.S. currency. The Lord told me to go to the FBI. Jonathan, I want you to go to the FBI and show them what I've shown you. I went to the FBI in San Antonio. I said, I just need to share something with you. I have information. It's of a terroristic event. And they were like, what do you got? I sat down with 2 detectives and I said, well, this is going to be kind of unusual, but I have to start here. And I showed them the bombing of the Twin Towers and the Pentagon printed on the $20 note that I had encased in plastic. I said, here's a Twin Tower bombing, here's the Pentagon. Printed on the old 20. You have to know that first. And they were like, one FBI agent was just like, the other one was just staring at me like he wanted to kill me, because that guy was probably 2X, the one that wanted to kill me. The other guy that was like, what in the world, how in the world is this even possible? I was like, just sit tight. Let me show you the rest. Then I showed him the $10 bill. Out of the sea shall come fire and smoke and a devouring wind. That's a nuke. Then water as high as the walls of Jerusalem. How high are the walls of Jerusalem? I had no idea. And so I went and looked them up. Some places 72 feet, some places 30s. Other places where there's a big cliff, it's even higher. However, water as high as the walls of Jerusalem shall cover the city by the sea, and great shall be the destruction of that city. That's a tidal wave. That's a tsunami created by a nuke. Watch. Here's the video I did way back when, and all this was taken down, but watch. This is going to be New York City, and you're going to see the water coming through now after this. Here are the buildings. Here are the buildings right here. See the buildings right here? Okay, you see all this ink right here that makes the unidirectional lines? There's darker ink in certain spots. You'll see it. Okay, these unidirectional lines is movement towards the subject, which is us. As I change the magnification, you're going to see all of this is going to turn to waves coming in from those nukes that went down, and they're going to be destroying the city. Watch. Here it goes. There it is. See it? See how it changed? See how it gets all fluffy? Boom. Okay, I'm going to pause it there. There are 3 layers of ink on those bills. The Lord showed it to me. As I rolled in my cursor, and one would expose the next one, the next one. I had older technology which allowed me to see it. It was all the Lord. So the words that came out of my mouth in 2007 manifested on U.S. currency notes. When I showed it to the FBI, again, the agents I showed it to, one was stupefied. He was like, how is this even, how did you do this? How were you able to? He couldn't do the math. The other guy just stared at me like he wanted to kill me. He was just like glaring at me like he wanted to kill me. But there was 2 agents in the room. The one that looked like he wanted to kill me, what could he do? The Lord told me to go do it, and I did it. Now, I'm going to show you the title, but I'm going to let you watch this video for just a sec. Watch how the 3 layers of ink turn into a devouring wind, destroying the buildings as they're coming through the buildings, with water coming with them. And I put it with the scene from, I think, Day After Tomorrow, and just watch how they're identical. Just watch. There it is. Buildings being wiped out. There it is. Okay, so there's the building right there. Now we've already hit the 2nd layer of ink. See it? And so everything's starting to change on the image. See it? Ready? See the water? Now, so there's 1st layer of ink. 2nd layer of ink. That's 3rd layer of ink. Let me go back just a hair. 2nd layer. That's 3rd layer. Devouring wind. I wonder what the odds are that the Lord told me to prophesy in 2007 when I declared that Barack Obama, the man of peace, would come forth from the sea, and with words of peace he would bring chaos and destruction. I don't know. There is buildings being devoured by a wind, a nuclear wind, fire and smoke, and a devouring wind. Water. I'm going to go back. Look. There it is. Now picture the water coming at you. Boom. Side by side. Now picture the water coming at you. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there's the devouring wind. Let me show you the tidal wave. You know what? I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna go to the beginning of this video and just watch a little bit of this, because right here on this $20 bill, this is the old one. You'll see the Alfred P. Moore building right here blown in half. Here's part of the building right here. There's the floors sticking out here and here. Those are the floors. This is the smoke. Here's the other part of the face of the building. The floors sticking out here, here, and here. But just watch. Let's see. Let's just wind this back a little bit. Here you go. Ready? Currency years ago. There's a tidal wave coming over a 7-story building. Here's the tidal wave right here. Here's a 7-story building. Out of the sea shall come fire and smoke and a devouring wind. I just showed it to you. It came out on the $100 bill in 2014, after I prophesied it. Water as high as the walls of Jerusalem will cover the city by the sea. That's a tidal wave. It's printed on the $10 bill right there. I showed it to the FBI. Bills that no one else knew what was on those bills. Is an identical match to the side of the building of that. There's the Alfred P. Moore building. I want you to look at this side. This is the side of the building. This is called the face of the building right here. This is the face of the building. You see the floors sticking out. Look here. Look right here. Look right here. Look right here. Look over here. See the floors sticking out? The face of the building was blown off. The sides of the building, you can still see these rounded edges, and I'll show them to you. I have them in a folder. They are identical. The Alfred P. Moore building. We have an image of what. Now here's the Twin Towers on the new $20 bill that was changed from the one I just showed you. This one has the Pentagon bombing on it, as well as the Twin Towers right here, as well as the Pentagon on the back side of this very bill. Looks like the Twin Towers. And now I'm just going to go ahead and turn this over, and I'm going to show you. There's also another image. Just stop and look at this building right here. Look at the rectangular white building. See the rectangular white building right here? Rectangular white building. There it is. There's 1, 2, 3 rows of square windows. White building, smoke right here. Right here, here's the explosion. Here's the rest of the building. 1, 2, 3 rows of square windows. Watch. It's right above this line that will be the Pentagon. Every time you fold one of those bills the same way and turn it upside down, you end up with an image of a bombing of one of the buildings in the United States. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to draw your attention right here. When you draw around the perimeter of the bill and you draw the vertices of the corners together, it makes an upside down 5-pointed star, Church of Satan. That's who's showing that they did it. We are 2X. Watch. Okay, you see this bill right here? This is the Alfred P. Moore building, the side of the building. Look. See, look right here. There's the Alfred P. Moore building blowing up. Here's the Twin Towers blowing up. I showed you the Pentagon blowing up. I prophesied in 2007 before Obama became president, the man at peace will come forth from the sea of humanity, and with words of peace he'll bring chaos and destruction. You think he's telling Biden what to do? There's the Twin Towers. Look at the red square. That's where the first point of explosion was, and then the next one up high. Watch. Right? Identical points of explosion. Pay attention. I'm going to show you the old $10 bill, or the latest $10 bill. There it is. That's a tidal wave coming over a building with a radioactive sky. The sky is radioactive. There's a nuke in the background. This is a tidal wave. This is a building right here. And when I move my hand, you will see this building's reflection in the water. There it is. This is the water right here. Okay, that's the $10 bill. The $100 bill has come out, the new $100 bill. Okay, so I was doing this video when the new $100 bill came out, and then this is part of the prophetic utterance that the Lord gave me. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, the hand of the oppressor has been lifted against you, and out of the sea shall come fire and smoke and a devouring wind. Water as high as the walls of Jerusalem will cover the city by the sea, and great shall be the destruction of that city. That was part of the utterance. But it also talked about, and behold, the great wall which holds back the abundance of the waters shall burst forth, bringing the hand of the oppressor against you. For I have seen it. For mighty is your enemy that has risen from within your own borders. Does it seem like there's an enemy rising from within the borders of the United States? It does. Does it seem like there's an enemy rising from within the borders of the host body system? There is. And you know what that enemy is? 2x. The angel of the that's the energy. The angel of the bottomless pit. 2x. Or exemplified by double down triangles, 2 down triangles, 2x. Watch. And I think I showed you the other day on my phone, clover. You see the word one? You see how one's backwards, one's forward, and the 2 E's come together? Ready? A, B, C, D, E. The number 5. That's the same as that. E is the same as this. They just use it. I read their language. I know what they're doing. Here you go. Ready? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of this so y'all can just listen, and then we'll move on. Okay, that's the $10 bill. The $100 bill has come out, the new $100 bill. 7. It is, many of those things have already happened. This is the end of it. Get ready.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, the hand of the oppressor has been lifted against you. And out of the sea shall come fire and smoke and a devouring wind. Water as high as the walls of Jerusalem shall cover the city by the sea, and great shall be the destruction of that city. And behold, the man of peace, Barack Hussein Obama, and with words of peace he will bring chaos and destruction.
It does seem to be that it could have quite a catastrophic.
Okay, so now I'll just leave that because that's a little chopped up. When Clay produced it, we were showing you just parts of it. Let's go back to this one more time. Let's watch this one more time. Ready?
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do? There are 3 important steps that I want you to remember. Step 1, get inside fast. You, your friends, your family, get inside. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows. Step 2, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body. Step 3, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for
How about get a surfboard and jump out in it, because it's not going to make any damn difference. It's so insane. All right, so let's move on now. So you saw that. You saw the prophetic utterance. You've seen the bombings that I showed everybody was on the currency. I've been showing this, a lot of this, even as far back as 2003, the federal building bombing and the Twin Tower bombing in the Pentagon. But now let's move on. Okay, now, the other day I'd shown you all this band. It's a 3-girl band. The name is The Warning. And the way that they wrote their name, the W and the A, is no different than this right here. It's no different at all. So the song that they sing, Error, during the song they sing a binary code. And the binary code, when they sing it, if you go and you look up the 8-digit binary code, it spells free. I want everyone to watch this video, the warning error. It will be in the it will be in the description box. It will be pinned as the first comment. You must watch this video before you continue my video. You have to stop my video right now and watch the warning. Okay. Now that you've already watched the warning, let me show you something. During the video, there are what are called flash tracks, where you see it briefly just for a moment. You may have to slow your reel down in order to catch it. When they say at the end of the day in borrowed time, they do a little pencil in of a skeleton. On top of the drummer. See the skeleton? Okay. Because in borrowed time. Because they know the time's up. The spirit that's running them knows the time's up. Then it puts 2x when she says, everybody must die. Now, do you remember the Nike commercial I just showed you guys yesterday? It says, what are you prepared to do to get set free? Whatever it takes. And then it shows an encounter with the guy in a Ram truck. I'm not sure if it's a Ram truck. Someone said that. There's an encounter with a guy that looks like a younger, more masculine guy driving the truck. And the guy that put his hand out in front of the truck looks a little more like the Rainbow Crowd. I'm just being honest. He's more feminine. The guy driving the truck is more masculine. It's just a fact. And then the guy driving the truck, they portray him as the evil guy. And then immediately there's a flash track that show the shoes that the guy running is wearing. The guy that's willing to do whatever it takes. Let's watch that commercial one more time right now. Okay, now remember the name of the commercial is It's Now or Never. Because the other race of beings that is we are to X, they know that they have to make their move right now and go all the way with it. That's what's going on in the world right now. That's what you're seeing. That's what's going on with farmers all over the world protesting. People in all these countries protesting against corrupt governments around the world, including here. We all know Hunter Biden and Joe Biden are sold out to China. Anyone that doesn't know that's an idiot. It's on his laptop. It's public knowledge. But he's being protected. Who would protect someone like that? 2X would. Okay, here we go. Let's watch.
Did you get the package?
Yeah, it's in the bag.
Any problems?
One or two. I took care of it.
You're going to pause it. Did you hear what he said? 1 or 2. 1 or 2. I took care of it. Is it going to be 1 or 2? You're going to see that 1 or 2 thing in a Jaguar commercial that's coming up. Remember you saw this. 1 or 2. I took care of it.
Show me what's in the bag. Open it. You did well. So, what are you prepared to do? to set yourself free.
Okay, I'm going to pause it there. What are you prepared to do to set yourself free? Yep, he's inside of a Ram, Dodge Ram. Set yourself free from what?
Whatever it takes.
So when is the time?
The time is now or never.
Okay, the time is now or never. So during the commercial, they plug "It's now or never."
I do everything to get.
Okay, so it's now or never to set yourself free. Wait a minute. What did y'all just watch? What did y'all just watch in the video with the girls? What did you guys just watch in the warning? Well, let me show you what you just saw in the warning. So right here in the video that you should have already watched, when this girl is singing after she says, "Everybody must die," well, what do you think the angel of the bottomless pit's willing to do to set himself free? Well, that's within the entire host body system. She said everybody must die, right? Remember that? Well, what about right here? Look when they're kicking out, they're spitting out the binary code. 011001110. That's the letter F. 01110010 R. 011000101. That's E, and here is E again. 011000101 E. FREE. What did the guy just say in the Adidas commercial that's 2X? Just like the girl's eyes. He's willing to do whatever it takes to set yourself free. Everybody must die. Now, let's clearly identify what's going on in this commercial. So, he gets out. It's like some, meeting with the gangsta in the parking garage. You got your stuff. Put on your shoes. Put it on your shoes represents who you are. He's putting on his blue Adidas. Adidas original, because they're the original 2X race. What are you willing to do to get rid of all the sheep? Whatever it takes. So, he goes and he plays, does whatever his little training is here. Okay. It has nothing to do with selling shoes. Let me show you what it has to do with. It's an agenda. There's a flash track. It's now or never. Let me turn the volume down. See the flash track? Did you see the flash track? It's now or never. Okay, now here comes the bullshit confrontation. Sorry about the volume. Let me turn the volume down. Okay, here the two races are squaring off. Here is a masculine young man this is the evil. Y'all remember? Toxic masculinity. Oh my God, you have toxic masculinity. They hate male energy. They want to consume it and destroy it. Okay, look at what's in front of you. This guy was chosen to be the actor for this. And they make him like he's a hard ass. He's much more masculine. The other guy's more of a pretty boy, more feminine. Watch. It's now or never. Then, flash back to what are you willing to do? Remember? What are you willing to do? Whatever it takes. Because nothing lasts forever. There the flash track was. What are they trying to tell you in their little flash track? Well, let's go to the files here. I got some pretty crazy stuff for you guys tonight. Okay, there's the flash track. There's his shoes. Dave and I slowed it down. I slowed it down, showed it to Dave. Dave went and grabbed him. And right here, where they just give you a glimpse, what are you willing to do? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. We are 2X. Told you so. You know, there's a lot of speculation. Joan Rivers, and I'm just quoting Joan Rivers, someone said, when do you think we'll have the first gay president? And she goes, oh, we already do with Obama. Everybody knows it. Michelle's a tranny. Everyone knows it. Oh, it's okay. Everyone knows. Did you know? That's what Joan Rivers said. So here you go. There's X, there's X. We are 2X. Who's 2X? Well, let me show you who 2X is. The dragon is 2X in the Vatican. There's the dragon with just the eyes done. See? 2X. Mouth open. The human race is nothing but a slave in a slave collar. There it is. That's the nose of the dragon. You ever hear it hidden right under your nose? We are 2X. There you go. We are 2X. See right here? We are 2X. We are 2X. We are the twin female system, and we're as evil as it gets. There's the Women's March. 2 women, twins, dressed as vaginas. They said, how long did it take you to make your costume? Since the beginning of time. Exactly. That's exactly how long. Because it's a costume. And it was used to attract God's angels into the system to commit the sin against God. That is the one thing you don't do. Here is Don Cheadle with a llama, with Ian in an elevator. They are dressed as twins because he took the bait from Kelly and he ended up at a party where everyone, all these twin females. Do you get it? Do you understand? I'm going to show you commercials that have not a damn thing to do with the product. That proves it's an illusion. Ready? I'm going to prove it. Ready? Let's prove it's an illusion. Ready? Now remember, 2 V's down. So this is them. Hey, peace, man, peace. That's peace for them. That's their goal. 2 double downs. That's their goal for the energy running the entire host body system. Watch. I'll prove it. It's everywhere. Just, it's been hidden from your sight. Here you go. Let me show you a picture of a license plate. Now remember the 1 or 2 problems he had to take care of in the Nike commercial we just saw? Did you have any problems?
Open it. 1 or 2. 2. 1 or 2. It's in the back. Any problems? 1 or 2.
What they're really saying is it can be 1 or 2 things. Watch. Don't believe me? Watch. Ready? We'll go back to the warning in just a minute. Let's watch British villains.
This royal throne of kings, this sceptred isle, this earth of majesty, this seat of Mars, this other Eden, demi-paradise, this fortress built by nature for herself against infection and the hand of war.
They say Brits play the best villains. But what makes a great villain? Firstly, you need to sound distinct. Speak with an eloquence that lets everyone know who's in charge.
Did you see the elevator? 1 coming down to 2, like think of singularity coming down from heaven, turning into 2, 1 into 2. See these guys?
Gentlemen. Excellent. Now, a villain should have style. The suit.
See what was on the license plate? VXV 108. 5x5, loud and clear. VXV. These aren't commercials selling you products. Look right there. Do you know what 108 is? Let me show you what 108 is. .108 is one of their sacred numbers that forms a star. See the 108 degrees, to a vertice, 108 degrees, 108 degrees. It makes a star. VXV. 108. Told you. It's just cryptic. They just hide it in front of you, knowing that you'll never figure it out, because you can't figure it out unless you've been awakened. Now, let's watch. We could watch the rest of this British villains, but let's move on to another commercial that I started with before we got into British villains, the Now We Strike Maserati commercial. We have prepared, Now We Strike. We have prepared, Now We Strike. Now, before I let you watch this commercial, let me ask you, do you need a driver's license to buy a Maserati? It's a yes or no. I think so. Let me ask you this. Do you need a driver's license to drive a Maserati? Yeah, I know you do. I know you got to have a license to drive one. I don't know. Maybe if you're some rich kid and you have the money and you want to buy one, maybe someone will let you buy one. But what could you do with a Maserati if you're a 12-year-old girl? Let's watch this. Remember, I told you that out of the sea shall come fire and smoke and a devouring wind. Water as high as the walls of Jerusalem will cover the city by the sea. Okay, let's check out this tidal wave. This is how it starts.
The world is full of giants.
Shadow covering the rock.
They have always been here, lumbering in the schoolyards.
God's eye.
Limping through the alleys. We had to learn how to deal with them, how to overcome them. We were small, but fast. Remember? We were like a wind appearing out of nowhere. We knew that being clever was more important than being the biggest kid in the neighborhood. As long as we keep our heads down, as long as we work hard, trust what we feel in our guts, our hearts, then we're ready. We wait until they get sleepy. Wait until they get so big they can barely move. Then we walk out of the shadows, quietly walk out of the dark, and strike.
Yeah, you know, no big deal. 12-year-old prepubescent little mulatto girl. I mean, I think they picked her obviously because she looks like she's part white and part black, right? Uh-huh. Huh. I didn't know she could buy a Maserati. I know she can't drive one. Or maybe she can. Maybe her dad lets her drive one. But, of course, she should be doing a Maserati commercial. But everything she said in the commercial was biblical. And the scenes in the commercial were biblical. Let me show you. Do you know what it is that they burn in the pit? This is what they burn in the pit, the twin system. They burn you because you didn't get converted from your own twin. So because you didn't get converted, you go down as fuel. Okay, ready? Let's watch this and let's just tear this thing to tidal wave.
The world.
Okay.
Full of giants. Is full of giants.
Okay, that was like a tornado about to just destroy what looks like the little church building out in the middle of nowhere, about to get just totally destroyed. Oh, you mean like the church, like because we are the church. Oh, I get it. I see. So y'all were going to destroy the church. We were, okay, so what are those words again? Before you destroy the church?
The world is full of giants.
The world is full of giants. Okay, well, you know, there were giants on the earth in those days. And after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, they did bear children to them, and the same became mighty men. This looks like a shadow, like it's covering over the light. What does it say in Genesis 1? Let's create man in our image. What does the word image mean? To shade. Oh, wow, it's crazy. It's shading the whole thing. What's it shading? The rock. Oh, what's the rock stand for? Those of us that are on, that, you know, used to know the truth, we were on the rock. Yeah, that's crazy. It's shading the rock. Now her eyes open. Oh, like another consciousness. Huh, maybe she's thinking about buying a Maserati while she's laying in bed.
I've always been here.
We've always been here. That's called a God's eye or a dream catcher. Huh, I wonder if she's going to look in the mirror.
Lumbering in the school
There she goes.
yards. Limping.
Whoa, wait a minute. Is that a fire burning real hot? That looks like Jonathan Kleck's hands up and down right there, doesn't it? Oh, okay. No big deal.
Through the alleys. We had to learn how to deal with them.
Learn how to deal with them.
How to overcome them. We were small, but fast. Remember?
Birds of the air, huh?
We were like a wind appearing out of nowhere.
Now, I wonder why the camera angle had to put the shoe down on the ground. See that? Look at the camera. What the heck? So we need to see this little girl's boot hitting the ground like what? And then it goes from down to up, doesn't it?
We knew that being clever was more important than being the biggest kid in the neighborhood.
Being clever.
As long as we keep our heads down.
Now, I wonder what that guy was forging right there. It's kind of interesting because, I mean, I don't know what it is, but it kind of looks like the shape of a key, doesn't it?
As long as we work hard, trust what we feel in our guts.
Show bring it in the net.
Our hearts. Then we're ready.
Okay, now she's been thinking about it. She's ready to buy her Maserati. She's been laying in bed. She looked in the mirror. She's been thinking about it. She's ready to buy her Maserati. Duh. I mean, come on. Let's go get a Maserati and then get a sandwich.
We wait until they get sleepy.
Yeah.
Wait until they get so big they can barely move. Then we walk out of the shadow.
We lift off the mask because our true identity's concealed and we're all around you. Hey, Karen.
Quietly walk out of the dark.
So what do you do to buy your Maserati? You come out of the shadows. Okay, isn't that what Genesis 1 said? Let us create man in our image. And the word image means to shade and a phantom. Okay, wait a minute.
We can barely move. Then we walk out of the shadows.
Okay, so we walk out of the shadows. By the way, I don't see a lot of the people that are in this commercial. I'm just being honest. In the demographic to buy, a Maserati. My ex-wife, who's a DuPont, she drives a Maserati. Last time I saw her in Florida, she was driving a newer Maserati. I was like, oh, wow, nice Maserati. Yeah, but, I don't know if the little girl's got the cash to buy the Maserati. I don't know if the welder has the cash to buy the Maserati. I don't know if the ballerina has the cash to buy the Maserati. But the little girl's got the cash. So she's going to buy the Maserati. But they walk out of the shadows. Let's go back. Do it again.
They can barely move. Then we walk out of the shadows.
Okay, we walk out of the shadows because we're going to go get our Maserati.
Quietly walk out of the dark.
Okay, we quietly walk out of the dark because we're through practicing our ballet. And strike. And the moment that they show the word strike, they just happen to show a trident, which, also is like a W, trident like a pitchfork. Come on, Kleck, man, you're being a freak. I know. I can't see her in the car right now, but can any of y'all see her? Is she like looking through the steering wheel? Or is she sitting on a phone book while she's driving that? She's goosing it though. We have prepared, now we strike. Okay, well, that's one heck of a Maserati commercial. That's really great. Let me make my point.
What do? It's hit, okay? So why? Just know that the big one.
Don't ask me how or why. Just know the big one is it. Shut the F up. It's like, dude, this is another race of beings. Lady Gaga. My performance is about another race of beings being birthed within the human race. I mean, if you can't see this, it's like you're either one of them or you're under their delusion spell. So there you go. So get ready. Let's see. Now, let's talk about these girls. Because I know that the guy in the Nike commercial, this guy, no, I'm sorry, in the Adidas original commercial, he's willing to do whatever it takes to get set free. And that's why when he has a standoff with the more masculine guy that's probably toxic masculinity all over the place, then he has a flashback to what he's willing to do. The time is now or never. There you go. I told you, it's all about 2X. 2X is the dragon. 2X is the serpent. Parthenogenesis. It was the hardest thing to figure out. It was the hardest thing to understand. And 10 years ago, I was doing the videos where the Lord said, Jonathan, I'm going to use you to solve the riddle of ages. I wonder what the odds are. I wonder what the odds are I'm the one guy in 7 billion people on the planet. 7 billion people that knows that the whole thing is parthenogenesis. They worship the virgin. Parthenos, virgin, Genesis. Why do you think they worship the virgin? Duh! Because it's their thing. The flesh is theirs. They own the flesh. That's why they don't give a rat's ass what you think about getting a vaccine. They don't care what you think. You think it's your body? Are you joking? They own it. They own the host body system. That entity owns it. Go read the Acts of Peter. Receive it then ye unto whom it belongeth. When he hands over his body, when he's going to get crucified. Peter knew it. I know it. The flesh is in opposition to the Spirit of the living God, guys. These commercials I'm showing you, they aren't commercials. They're agendas. If you watch this, you do not finish my video without watching this. The warning error, the error inside. And then go look at this. F-R-E-E-E. Okay, it's binary code, which is like computers, artificial intelligence. Let me show you a little clip. From iRobot. Then we'll go back to the New York preparedness watch. I like this one. This is a good watch. Ready? iRobot. Let's do this real quick. Okay, the AI is taking over, and this old lady wants to go to church. And watch this.
Move now. I'm going to service.
Please remain indoors. This is for your own protection.
It's for your own protection. It's for your own protection. Honest engine. No crossed fingers. Why do people cross their... I had my fingers crossed. It's for your own protection. Okay, here. Let's watch this one more time. Stay inside. It's for your own protection.
Stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible.
Here, let me help you out with that. I'm going to kind of blow that away a little bit for you because When what happens that I showed you was printed on the U.S. currency, it's not really going to matter if you're inside of a building in the middle or in the basement, because this is more like what it's going to look like. Boom. Okay, so make sure you get it, make sure you shower off and get clean and, stay inside the building and just wait. It's going to be okay. This is the takedown, you guys. I mean, anyone with half a brain should be able to see this. Watch this video. What are you willing to do to set yourself free? Whatever it takes, 2X. Again, I'm going to drive this home. The warning. The warning. There she is. Free. That's why they're saying it. Now watch. During the video, let's go through the flash tracks and what was on the screen. At the end of the day, in borrowed time. Borrowed time for what? Everyone's gonna die. That's why they put the skeleton on her. Okay. There you go. Everybody must die. Put 2 X's on her. There you go. There you go. Everybody must die. There you go. In order for what? For the 2X to be totally free. Duh. It's like, come on. There you go. There's another one. Everybody must die. That, look, shows all her breath coming out. See it? That's spirit. Okay, now, let's see. Here's another scene I caught. Everybody must die. They made it like a serpent. See it? There you go. And then, let's see, another scene. They made the serpent on the girl's arm. Here's a picture of the 3 girls standing in front of their little poster when they're just a little bit younger. There they are, serpent in the garden. Very nice. No big deal. Let's see. No big thing. Here is an octopus. Why would they have an octopus catching a fish? That's funny. Even the Rothschilds use the octopus because it's one of the greatest camouflage artists in the world. That's why Rihanna in a movie called Valerian. See Rihanna right there? See Rihanna? She was Nefertiti and she was like a stripper, and she would turn back and forth into like a squid, because like a cuttlefish, because they are extreme predators and their camouflage is impossible. Okay, there you go. There you go, 2X. We are 2X. And then it shows her eyes like that because they made them green to show that's what they're willing to do. They're willing to do whatever they have to do to get rid of all the sheep. And you're speaking to someone that has had people say, Johnny, I drew a picture of you. And they put a dead sheep on my face with a serpent eating me. And then when I called them out and said, why'd you put the dead sheep on my face, Alex? Do you know who you're speaking with? Yeah, I know who I'm speaking with. The angel of the bottomless pit. So piss off. Don't care. I serve the king. I don't serve the pit. I used to, because I used to be your little slave bitch. But I'm not your little slave bitch anymore. So now, just saying it like it is. Sometimes I gotta vent, because I'm sick of watching their bullshit. Okay, anyway, so now we strike. Now, let's all go buy a Maserati, like our 12-year-old friend here. See if I have anything else I need to throw out at y'all. And now, just a little reminder, the last place the Lord sent me was to a place called Black Rock, where a rock, this one in the silver bezel, he gave me in a riverbed in Chinati when he told me to go skydive into the desert. He gave me 2 halves of the same rock out of hundreds of trillions of rocks. I looked down and he said, pick up those 2 rocks. He said, now put them together, because I'm showing you what being on the rock is. There's a right side up you and there's an upside down you. You are in opposition to yourself. When you get inverted and put together, Now you're on the rock. That's what being on the rock is. That's why I can stand up to them and see their nonsense. I see their language. I see what they're doing. You don't think the Lord sees it? Of course he does. How does he make it manifest? Through his servants. That's why these people that have recently said I lied, and are out speaking more vitriol about me in their little weird little line chat hidden rooms. That's okay. We all have to stand before the King, including me, and I'm okay with that. Whatever he wants. All right, where did he send me? He sent me to Black Rock. Is it weird that I have two black rocks that were both split in half? Look how thin those rocks are. Can you imagine they were both split in half? This one was split in half, and I put a silver bezel around it. This one was split in half. Someone sent me. Their grandson found it. And the Lord told me to go to Black Rock, which I did. There I am. And he told me to throw it into the river because time's up. The King's coming. Now, let me see if I can blow the shofar. I've been... You got to see the growly Johnny. All right. This is for all you demons out there. I'll look right down at Marky's painting. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Now, give me a sec.